I recently went to a Korean restaurant and got a Chinese Zodiac placemat. I gleefully took it home thinking of framing it because they're going extinct like dinosaurs. When I tried to figure out where these things came from, all I could find on the entire internet was an article on Eater from a few years ago that basically concluded, but no one seems to know where the Zodiac placemat came from. That's not very satisfying, is it? In today's episode, we will find out where Chinese zodiac placemats came from, at least to the best of my ability. Hi, my name is Christy, and this is the American Chinese Food Show. These things aren't completely gone yet. There are actually still a few Chinese zodiac placemat designs out there. Lapeco and Canadian Sanfaco mills both offer a few. Oriental Trading has one too, but it's more for nostalgic personal use. It's easy to find out where mine came from. It's listed in the lower right corner, Carry Out, White Plains, New York. We have an episode on Carry Out. You can learn more there about how this small Jewish American company came to dominate so much of Chinese restaurant supply. But as the Eater article noted, Carry Out never responded to the inquiries about the placemat design. They definitely wouldn't respond to me, a big-time YouTube content creator, and admit that said they've been printing these placemats at least since the 1990s. But we have to go further back. First of all, placemats are not specific to Chinese restaurants. In order to cut laundry expenses, restaurants in the early 20th century started replacing traditional cloth tablecloths with small doilies and placemats. By the 1950s, paper placemats became common in inexpensive restaurants across the United States, diners, coffee shops, and family eateries. Fast food chains also helped popularize them with tray liners, turning placemats into marketing canvases. So we need to find older Chinese restaurant placemats. Where do we find old things? eBay, of course. You immediately see a few Chinese restaurant placemats from the 1950s, at least according to the sellers, which you can't always trust. But this one has a date stamp, 1959, La Joy Restaurant in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's the earliest we've found so far. We see a few of these 3 easy steps to use chopsticks placemat that is made for customization. The same background but a customized logo on the left for different restaurants, like Wong Village in Billings, Montana, Rube's in Allentown, Pennsylvania, China Village in Jerome, Idaho, decided that customers don't need to learn how to hold chopsticks, so they replaced it with what I believe is a drawing of the restaurant exterior. There are slight variations to the background too, like this one from Sunlin in upstate New York. These only say made in USA, so we don't have much more information. But then I noticed something. This same logo, Springprint, Springfield, Ohio, is on many placemats. Their number 376 design was a tastefully illustrated Chinese scene. Pagoda, bridge, pine, bamboo, and a songbird. Springprint also made customized placemats for restaurants like Golden Palace in Manchester, New Hampshire, and Oriental Pearl in Westport, Massachusetts. A promising lead. So what is this company, Springprint? John Harwood came from a printing family. His father ran Lagonda Printing, founded in 1909, which printed catalogs, folders, and booklets. John started the Springprint paper products division to supply paper placemats, coasters, and doilies. He spun it off as his own company in 1957. Within 5 years, Springprint was producing 60 million placemats and coasters annually. Informational paper placemats kind of exploded in popularity because they kept customers entertained while waiting for their food. John Harwood liked to tell the story of how he came up with the first one when he heard about Sputnik 1 on the car radio and went to his art department to design a placemat on our solar system. That was 1957. By the 1980s, Springprint was printing for Arby's, Wendy's, Hilton, Hyatt, Sheraton, and more. Springprint's Chinese Zodiac is design number 495. How is it? I mean, pretty close to the stereotypes, I know. Springprint took content pretty seriously. They reportedly asked professors at a nearby college to proofread like foreign phrases in their mats. The Chinese Zodiac placemat has a cute joke. Stingy, selfish, cunning, must be somebody else. Or snake. The illustrations are nice, well, not quite 齐拜时 level, but on par with their usual quality. It includes famous people born under each sign, which is always fun, though I don't know how they knew which year Socrates was born. Now, for the hard part, was Springprint the first to release a Chinese Zodiac placemat? Let's figure out when the Chinese Zodiac placemat even started showing up. The earliest newspaper mention I found is from 1978. Bright oriental colors, paneled walls, Chinese Zodiac paper placemats, and soft oriental music contrasted with neon beer advertisement. From a restaurant review of the Shanghai restaurant in Tampa, Florida. It sounds like Zodiac placemats were already an expected part of the decor. By 1980, they were so popular you could buy them in stores. One useful thing about Zodiac placemats is that you can estimate the print date based on the latest birth years listed. For example, the last birth year of the first of the 12 Zodiacs, Rat, is 1972, and the last birth year for Pig, the last Zodiac, is 1983. So we can estimate this placemat was printed in the late 1970s. This one listing the last Rat year as 1996 and then the last Pig year as 1995 likely dates to the late 1980s. The different logo also suggests it was printed after Springprint was sold to Marcel Paper Mills in 1986. Another way to estimate the date is to compare it with other dated placemats such as this one. The American Revolution for the 1976 bicentennial, design number 411. What makes this process harder is that many companies printed placemats. According to this feature in 1975, the other four major players in informational placemats on top of Springprint were Royal Paper Products, American Convenience Products, Fort Howard Paper Co., and Royal Lace Paper Division of Standard Packaging Corp., totaling to 2 billion placemats sold in a year. This doesn't even include Brooklyn Lace paper, Brook Lace, which printed a Chinese Zodiac placemat that likely predates Springprint's, probably in the early 1970s. Luckily, the Library of Congress catalog of copyright entries gives us more data. Fort Howard Paper Co. registered your horoscope signs of the Zodiac placemat in 1962, and Chinese Zodiac has one hit. Springprint number 495, registered in 1977. But what about this Chinese Zodiac placemat, the one still around today? The Springprint one almost has too much heart. Interestingly, some language overlaps with Brook Lace's older version. Phrases like add 12 to the year you were born, which suggests this design might be older than we thought. Thanks to one eBay seller, we can trace this design to at least 1984, printed by Royal, aka Royal Paper Products in Coatesville, Pennsylvania. So here's my hand-wavy conclusion. Zodiac placemats likely emerged in the 1960s. Brook Lace may have released the first Chinese Zodiac design in the early 1970s. Springprint copyrighted a design in 1977. Royal Paper Products produced the version most commonly seen today, starting in the 1980s. Don't quote me on any of this, but what's certain is, for decades, Chinese Zodiac placemats have sparked conversations in Chinese restaurants across America. Oh, and mine told me to be aware of dragons, which happens to be my husband's Chinese Zodiac sign. Should have read it before getting married. That's it for today's episode. If you like our content, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.